thing that I find gets in the way is something called the confirmation bias. The confirmation bias is when we believe we know something, one of our assumptions has been validated, and then we start gathering information that supports that theory that we have for that employee. You ever notice that? Great employees, it's a flywheel. They continue to be great employees. Not so great employees, it's a flywheel. We keep finding things that they're not so great about. We have a certain tendency to confirm what it is that we already know. And it is a skill to keep differing beliefs in our head. So this is a quick activity. I'm good. Yes, quick activity. I'm going to give you 3 numbers. Actually, I don't need to use this one. I'm going to give you 3 numbers. And these 3 numbers follow a pattern. What I'd like you to do is respond back to me in 3 numbers. Tell me what my rule is that I'm using, and I'll tell you whether that's my rule or not. Okay? So the numbers are 2, 4, 8. 2, 4, 8. Okay? So somebody want to give me 3 numbers. Maybe we'll use this. 3 numbers, and I'll tell you whether. Okay, heads up. Yes! No. Okay, 3 numbers.
Does this work?
Yep.
16, 32, 64.
That follows my rule. What's my rule?
You're doubling.
That is not my rule. You get to throw it to somebody else. Look at his face. He's just like, what? Okay, who's got 3 numbers? Okay, over there.
4, 8, 12.
4, 8, 12. That follows my rule. What's my rule?
Your rule is double, then up by 4.
That is not my rule. Thanks for trying. 3 more numbers. Yep, over here. Boom!
10, 12, 20.
10, 12, 20. That follows my rule. What's my rule?
Your numbers are always even.
My numbers are always even is not my rule. Thanks for trying. And look at, he's like, what? What'd you say? You're a son of a gun? What? Ugh. One more. One more. One more. Come on. Oh, there's one back there. 14, 22, 32. That follows my rule. What's my rule? That is not my rule. I'm not even sure what you said, but I can tell you it's not my rule. So my rule is, oh man. So even the answer, you're kind of like going, what? That's, confirmation bias, the challenge is to hold 2 different ideas and 2 different theories in your head and be okay with that ambiguity. You might be wrong, and you need to consider some other possibilities. So one of the things that I highly recommend, especially when you're working in teams and you're trying to identify things that you are inventing, it hasn't even been created yet, is to ask somebody to be the devil's advocate. Somebody to represent that alternative thought. Now, please do not make it the same person on your team all the time, because then they become a pain in the butt, right? So rotate that role. I know, you might have somebody who goes, there's somebody who's already self-appointed on that one. But have somebody who is willing to play the devil's advocate, who's willing to challenge, and make sure that you rotate that role.